friends, welcome back to my channel, and today is a very special day because today I received something that I've been waiting on since July. Believe it or not, I've been patiently waiting for this, and finally it is here. Now let it appear. Here it is. It is the Jazza Jazzy Art Box. Oh my goodness, I finally have my own. Okay. It is a collector's edition. Jazza's one and only. If he ever does this again, this is the first Jazzy Art Box from Jazza himself, the maestro of YouTube art, and in collaboration with Smart Art Box. Yes, this is it. The one, the only. It is finally here. I am so excited for it. And let's get into this bad boy. As usual, before I get started, I do have to give out my disclaimers. I live outside of a major city here in Belize, and I do live near a major highway, and I'm sure you're hearing those motor vehicles in the background. I also live in an area where there's a lot of wild birds, and sometimes you will hear them calling, chirping, crying in the background. And thirdly, I have dogs. And right now I'm hoping, well, they are asleep. I'm not hoping, I know they are asleep because I just checked on them and so they're asleep. But if anyone's disturbed their slumber, they will start barking. And now let's get back to our regular scheduled program. And of course, if I say anything faulty or make any errors, I'm sure September will remind me and correct me. Say hi, September. So yeah, this is finally here. I am super psyched to have my very own Jazzy Jazza. Jazza's Jazzy Art Box. And I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about it, have seen a lot about it, and you guys know that it came out in July and I've been waiting patiently on it, and I'm actually trying to open it up. Now I'm not gonna go through these stuff painfully one by one because it's kind of like the Smart Art Box. I'm sure other YouTubers have already went through this box has already went through this box and talked about the contents of this box in detail, and I will link one of them in my description below, so please check that out. It's from Nerdecrafter. I know I cited her vlog, Nerdy Jackie, for the COPA YouTube regulation stuff, but she also have a second channel which is called Nerdecrafter, in which she did an excellent review and of this box, so I won't go into the stuff in details. I just want to dig in. So can I? Let's open it up. It's huge. As you can see, it's bigger than my table here, and yeah, it is the original. Let me move this to the side so you don't see the glare too much. Jazza's face. I got a funny thing to do with this face. You have no idea. Okay, open it up. We have the print. He has his menu of all the stuff that are in the box, but I know all the stuff that are in the box already because I got mine late. And the Smart Art coupon. I'm not sure if this is still valid, but if it is, you guys are free to use my Smart Art coupon to get a first-time order 20% off a Smart Art Box. So you guys are free to use my coupon because I don't think I'll use that. I do got something that looks like a bookmarker, kind of small banner. And let's now get into the good art stuff. Okay, sorry, I just want to buffer some of the light because it's so bright on this side and I don't want to blind anybody from the glare. So let me kind of bring this over this side and We have our 12 set of the Prismacolor Premier coloring pencils. And Prismacolor did give us an introduction to a new I think it's Albert Durr Magnus color pencils. They did give us a premiere of that. It's not a sample of the pencil in here, but it's just to introduce this new coloring pencil that they're bringing out for their Albert Durr line, their watercolor line. If you're curious, we got our Marabou fine liners graphics, and this fine liner has 4 different sizes in it. It's a pack of 4 different sizes. I won't go into details, but I will let you see what I got. This is the brush, the 0.8 and the 0.2. The brush, the 0.8, the 0.4 and 0.2. I do get a Faber-Castell dust-free eraser. I did get the Uniball Signal White. I got a pack of the Jazza Draw with Jazza's Illustrator by Spectrum Noir 12 set markers. It's actually a 11 plus 1 set because one of the markers here is a colorless blender. So I did get a set of that. And we got some pens. We get a Tombow ABT water-based pen. It comes with 2 nibs, a brush side, and a bullet nib. You guys are seeing that. We do have a Prismacolor color erase pencil, and remember that Smart Art box that we did, that no box art box for Jenna Gets Creative, and I think this was one of the items that was in there, and I had to substitute it with my Helix. Well, now I get my very own. Isn't that lovely? And we get a M.301 0.5 millimeter zebra mechanical pencil. I believe this has in an HB lead. He didn't skimp on anything, and the glare is so bright. Let me kind of out that out for you. We also get the Express blending cards. I believe these are cards, sheets that are specially designed for alcohol-based markers. Here's another. It says Tombow, and the rest of it is in Japanese. But this is has a little ruler in there. Let's throw this away. This is a Tombow Fude Nosuke or Fude Suk, I guess. Pen. It comes with a plastic nib on it. Similarly, like it's a brush nib. It also has what kind of looks like a ruler or something where you can actually write down for Chinese characters. Now I know these are not Japanese characters, these are actually Chinese characters. Up here, yeah, these are Chinese characters. So I guess it gives you a marker or a ruler to write your Chinese characters for people who are just learning to write Chinese. It also comes with the pencil case, and this is an item I've been waiting on. Sorry, I just threw the thing away. And this pencil case is actually from Speedball. It's a 24 pencil case capacity. Canvas cover. Ooh, this feels nice. Oh, that's a little stuff in there. Ooh, so velvety. And this is the Honeymoon Nostalgia Sketchbook. Wow. Now we're going to talk about all this, and let's go. Let's do our testing and swatching sheet. First page. And what do we think about the Fude no Suke? The Fude no Suke, I think that's how you pronounce it. The Fude no Suke pen, very nice. This is the Tombow Fude no Suke pen. Wow, I like it. It's very smooth. Oh shoot. Leave it to me to make the first spelling error. It doesn't tell me what size nib this is. It just says brush pen here. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Let's put that in our pencil case. Now this is the Tombow Water Base N15 or ABT pen. It's another Tombow pen. Ooh. Wow. Feels good. Get some nice good line variations here. Ooh. And you see how long that is? Let me size them up. And yeah, it fits into the pencil case. This is the Zebra M.300 0.5 millimeter pen. It's a MP pencil. I believe this is an HB lead in there. So yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah, this is definitely HB. Yeah, this feels pretty good. So let's put that in here too. And this is our Signal White rod. But I think I'll hold off on testing this out until I do my marker test, and then I'll just draw a black line and test this on this. And of course we have our Marabou fine liner graphics. Now I have did a testing and review of these already in a previous paletot pack, so I'm thinking they're the same thing, and let's go through that. This is the Marabou fine. Great line variation. This is their brush. Very beautiful. This is the nib, if you can see it. Let's put that in here. This one is their 0.8. This is the 0.4. No, this one is the 0.4. And this one is the 0.2. Great line weights we got. We have an amazing variation of line weights. Now, one thing that the Marabou fine liner graphic did boast is that they do boast to be alcohol water resistant. So they're able to resist water-based medium. And we need to test if these are able to resist alcohol-based medium, and we'll do that test when we do our Spectrum Noir markers. Is it Spectrum Noir? Yes, it is. It's Spectrum Noir. And this is the dust-free eraser from Faber-Castell. I know, I told you, I'm not really doing a review of these stuff because I'm sure people have done this box before, and you don't need me to go over and over. So I'll just link one of persons who did it before. The one thing this box didn't give us was a sharpener for the color erase pencil, so just let me lay down a nice piece of graphite here. And while I'm at it, why don't I just lay down a nice piece of sample from that color erase pencil? Yeah, Jazza, you should have included a sharpener. I mean, you have literally everything an artist needs to create amazing artwork except a sharpener. So next time, Jazza, put in a sharpener. Sorry about that. I got this cranking up. So yeah, this is the Prismacolor color erase pencil. Oh my goodness, this is so amazing. I might need to do a comparison of this pencil to my Helix erasable color pencil. And I just so happens to have said pencil right here. I just want to see how it looks. They're basically, when you look at the two, yeah. This one is the color erase, the darker blue here is the color erase. And I think this should have a color on it. Yeah, it has blue here. And this doesn't have any color name on it. But I just used the darker version because this does come with a lighter version. Somewhat like a cerulean or a light blue. So I just put the two that were closest together. Let's put that in here. And let's test out our eraser. Let's see how our eraser do. Ooh, wow, that's pretty good. And I put down a hefty supply of graphite there, and wow, it just murdered the graphite. Oh my god. This is the color erase pencil. Wow. Not as cleanly as the graphite, but yeah, this is a pretty good eraser. Let's do see how it does with my Helix. Oh my goodness. You don't even knew that I actually had that whole place covered with, oh gosh. And the amount of dust it produces is very, very minimal. As you guys can see, it produces minimal dust, just like how I like it. This is a really, really amazing eraser. I love this eraser. Oh my goodness, I am in LOVE heaven. And now let's swatch out our coloring pencils. And these are Faber-Castell color pencils, and we got 12 of them. We have black, or as I learned now, it's called Noir. We also have walnut brown. Oh my goodness, these Faber-Castell coloring pencils. We have burnt ochre. Oh, these are phenomenal. This is light green. Oh my goodness. This one is called emerald green. Is it emerald green or just emerald? Because sometimes it's emerald green and sometimes it's emerald. Nope, it's emerald green. Oh my god, these are so smooth. I love these. This one is phthalo blue. Ooh, look at how nicely these are. I hope you guys are seeing this, and I hope I'm able to express how appreciative I am of this pencil. This is light ultramarine. Yeah. I believe this one is called magenta. Oh my goodness. Look at how beautiful these colors are. And look how smooth these colors are applying. It's kind of like going down like, you know, melted butter. Oh my goodness. This one I believe is deep scarlet red. This one is light cadmium orange. Ooh, these are beautiful. This one is, I believe this is cadmium yellow. Oh wow, these are beautiful colors. And this is white, and just because I tend to be a little OCD sometimes, I'll just put it down there. But yeah, white at the end. Oh, these are beautiful colors. I know I waste the first page on my amazing sketchbook to do testing and swatching, but at least I know how these supplies or these medium act on this paper, so I don't feel bad about it. Okay, and now it's time to do this bad boy. Okay, now this is the order in which they came. I'm gonna start from here. I hope you guys can see this. This has a brush tip on one side, and it's indicated by the brush silhouette here. The shape is actually very hexagonal, and then there's a bullet nib on the other side. These markers, unlike the Copic markers, doesn't have a broad nib. A broad nib. So they have a brush nib and a bullet nib, and it has the indication on the side on the bullet nib. It also tells you what it is on the cap. So this is the blender, and it has the Illustrator by Spectrum Noir brand name there. So this is a colorless blender, so we don't expect this to have any color. I'm gonna be doing this without the backing just to see what degree of bleed through I will get. This one is deep red. We have amethyst here. This is a beautiful purple. Oh my goodness, I just saw the first boo-boo about these markers. You have to be very careful on how you put on the cap, because if you should put on the cap kind of twisted, it won't recap. Oh, sorry, that one was ultramarine. Oh, sorry. I wish there was a marking on the barrel here to indicate which one is the brush side and which one is the broad side, or the bullet side, sorry, because there is a faint indication. The bullet side has this faint whitish kind of indication, so I have to be very careful. Okay, that's the bullet side. I have to look at it very keenly. That one is called grass. This is dandelion. This one is pale pan. I will also be linking Jazza's video where he introduced his Jazza Jazzy Art Box. This one is Apricorn, where he talks about his art box because he had indicated in his video that he specially handpicked and selected these colors for maximum effect. This one is amber, but I wish they don't have their indication so faintly. Because people like me, this one looks like a nice cool gray. It is a cool gray, yep. It's an ice gray number 1. Okay, this one is another ice gray. This is an ice gray number 4. And the last color here happens to be another ice gray. And this one is an ice gray number 9. And this one is very close to black. Okay, cool. Now that we have swatched out all our markers and our coloring pencils, test out most of the supply, we had one bad boy that we were waiting for, which is the Signal White Uniball Jelly Roll Pen. Let's get it going. Ooh, this is nice. There you go. Oh, this is beautiful. Yeah, I like this. Let's make sure it's going. Okay, this is nice. Now the other thing we need to look at is the bleed through for these markers, and what are we seeing? Okay, so the bleed through only happens here, but that's because I wasn't doing maximum application. But I'm sure if I was really hammering in the marker color, there probably would have been bleed through on the other side. Okay, so now we're gonna put our pencils and everything to the test to make our first illustration in this box. Oh, the first illustration in the box. First illustration in this book. I already have an idea of what I want to put. Of course, I'm gonna draw September, so let's get to it. It's getting very late here. I don't know, it's just that, you know, I'm doing my videos a little earlier, so the traffic is a little more noisier. But this is the amount of dust that came from this entire illustration here. And all in all, I said I have developed in my art, because when I started a year ago, this would have been impossible for me to do. It would have been like, oh gosh, a big task. But now it just takes a little time, and I am in love with this Fude no Suke pen. Oh my goodness, you notice I did the entire line work with only this pen. I love the variations of lines I could have got with it. I got really thin lines, I got really bold lines. I'm in love with this fine liner. Oh my gosh, this is really good. Thank you, Jazza. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with this. So now that I have September all drawn out, and as we know, September is actually a dark skinned girl because hello. So and Jazza said, if I remember correctly, that this particular collection of markers and color pencils that he has provided us is for maximum colors. Therefore, I should be able to color September with everything that is in Jazza's art supply with no problem at all. And I do have my back in here, so I shouldn't get too much glue through. Let's go. I am finally done with my introductory piece into this sketchbook using the Jazza edition of the illustrated markers. Uh-oh. What went on there? I think we got stuff on the, on the stuff. Using the Jazza edition illustrated markers. I try as much as possible not to use every single art supply in here, but to use every single representative of the art supplies in here. So I use mostly the cadmium light. This, I basically murdered the point of this, if you notice. The dark cadmium orange for the background. I used a combination of the Spectrum Noir markers and the Faber-Castell color pencil for September, her dress and her skin color, because September is a dark lady, and the colors that are provided in this Spectrum Noir marker set doesn't necessarily have like a dark umber. They don't really have browns. So you basically have to mix your own brown color, and I'm not really in the mood of mixing colors and spoil my September skin color. So I just basically use the two skin tones that he had in here, and I use the Faber-Castell Polychromos coloring pencil to darken the skin color, put a little bit of highlights where on her nose, in her eyes. I think I might want to blush up her cheeks a little bit, just a tad. Maybe I'll spoil it. Just a tad, redden her cheeks a little bit. Look at her, she does have rosy cheeks. And just darkened her skin so that, you know, it does look like, you know, this is a dark skinned girl that you're looking at. It's not a lighter skinned girl. She's a dark skinned girl. Okay, I base September loosely off myself, and I'm a dark skinned fella, so I'm just kind of darkening up around the nose a little bit. Kind of show her nose here a little bit, the contours of her nose, and basically that's it. Came to the bleed through at the back. I don't see any, and you guys were seeing me layering on those colors, especially in the face, for the skin color, for the dress. I was really pasting it on, and look, there's bleed through here but none on the other page, and there's absolutely none on this blue thing. This here is from where I had the color pencil to the edge here to try to capture the edge of this, but other than that there is no bleed onto the backing sheet. So I will be leaving this here. Let me get the marker, because it does come with a little marker. I'll put it there to indicate where my next page is, and I'll close my sketchbook for today. That's it. That's all the time we have for today. I'll definitely be trying my Ohuhu markers in this to see how this page can handle it. It does absorb the alcohol ink a little too fast for my liking. You know, I don't really have time to work with it, so I keep having to paste on more colors so I could work, so the blending of the alcohol markers is a little more smoother, but I guess it's just the quality of this paper. Anyway, those are my cons, and I do appreciate this sketchbook. It's the first professional looking sketchbook that I have opened. It's not the first professional sketchbook that I have, because I have the Eagle sketchbook right there that I haven't touched yet, but it's the first one that I have used. I really like it. As you guys know, I am in love with these polychromos. I really do like it. The spectrum memo markers seem to absorb a little too quickly into this paper, but we can work around that. I'm used to cheaper supplies. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me on this episode, and as usual guys, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, and say bye September.